The Indians were desperate for a win, and they got exactly what they needed. Early offense ignited by Jason Kipnis, and an almost perfectly pitched game from rookie Cody Anderson. The Tribe looks to continue that aggressive approach at the plate tonight against Erasmo Ramirez. Meanwhile, Danny Salazar will try to make it back-to-back strong outings and stay out of the tank. Next on Sports Time Ohio. There was a time when playing Tampa Bay was like a day at the beach, but those days are long gone. Tonight it will be another hard-fought contest for the Indians against the Tampa Bay Rays under the big top at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. Last night, the Indians banged out 13 hits, which is more than they had in their last two games combined against Baltimore, and that enabled them to score 7 runs for only the second time this month.
That was coming off a team meeting, and anytime you have a team meeting, they wanted to revert back to what they were coming out of spring training, and the veterans stepped up. Kipnis started the game off. Brantley got a base hit. They took an early lead. They had opportunities to score a lot more runs, 3 for 15, hitting with runners in scoring position, but it was nice to see. It was a close ball game until Gomes hit that home run to give an insurance run. Cody Anderson pitched a whale of a ball game, and it was fun to watch him pitch.
Boy, he did pitch an outstanding ball game. His first 2 starts in the big leagues have been unbelievable. And when we come back, Andre Knott will join us with more on the big right-hander for the Cleveland Indians, Cody Anderson. Cleveland Indians baseball is brought to you by WB Mason, the official office supplier of the Cleveland Indians. By McDonald's, I'm loving it. By your local Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by the injury lawyers at Elk & Elk, proud sponsors of the Cleveland Indians. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. For the first pitch tonight, let's go down to the field, bring in Andre Knott. Andre, I know Indians fans didn't like the irony that it was Grady Sizemore who broke up the perfect game bid of Cody Anderson last night, but Rays fans probably didn't like the irony that Cody Anderson was drafted originally by Tampa Bay. They couldn't sign him. And, boy, what the Indians have here could be really special.
It really could be special as he throws seeds at me as we get ready to start the game. He and Cookie Carrasco have found their favorite thing to do. You know, it is funny. I talked to him about that, about getting drafted by the Rays, and he simply said, I wasn't ready at that point in time to be a guy that was ready to play baseball. He goes, I was an outfielder at the time. And my college coach told me after watching 4 at-bats, he goes, put the bat away, learn how to pitch. And he says he learned it. I'm going to tell you something else about Cody Anderson that stands out. Yesterday, as he was warming up, the bullpens are on the field. Fans can get close to him. Because he came into the game and hadn't given up a run yet, he had no ERA. So a fan kept yelling at him going, you haven't even pitched yet in the big leagues. What are you doing here? And finally, after he got warmed up and lathered up, he looked over at him and he goes, I just haven't given up a run yet. He knows how to deal with the fans when he does it best. He's only given up 1 run in 2 starts already, guys.
Well, that's beautiful. I'll tell you what, his 2 starts coming against Tampa, with this number 5 spot wide open, you know what? He's taking a bull by the horns. He's getting after it because you know what? You're not going to move him out of there. Crack of that door opens. He's exploding through it.
And Tito loves the fact that this guy acts like he belongs here. He said there's no false bravado. There's no false rah-rah. He said he comes out of the bullpen. He's got the look of a determined guy who knows what he's going to do. And he's gone out so far, and he has executed to almost flawless perfection. So a great start to his career as a Cleveland Indian. Tonight, it's Danny Salazar on the hill for the Tribe. And the Tribe hitters will go up against Erasmo Ramirez. We're back with the first pitch coming up next. Rung him up. 9 up, 9 down. He's out of room. It's out of here. Swung out of this. He struck him out. Cody Anderson finishing in fine style here tonight. And we welcome you inside Tropicana Field, ready for action tonight. The Indians will come to bat here in the first inning, and the Tribe starting lineup for Terry Francona is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Jason Kipnis 3 for 4 last night with a double. A Ribian 2-run score will lead it off. Then it's Francisco Lindor, followed by Michael Brantley, who had 3 hits last night as well. David Murphy, Carlos Santana, and Yan Gomes, a 3-hit night last night for the Indians. Brandon Moss, Giovanni Urshela, and Michael Bourne rounded out.
Our Northern Ohio Honda dealer starting pitcher, Erasmo Ramirez. who is 6-2 this year. And that's a career high in wins already. He's got a .423 earned run average. His last start came against the Indians. He went just 3 innings. He had to come out because of a groin strain, only allowed 2 hits. Well, let's set that defense behind him tonight, which is brought to you by Chrysler. It is De Jesus in left, Kiermaier at center, Souza in right, Longoria at third, Cabrera at short, Forsythe at second, Elmore is at first, Casale behind the plate.
Jim Wolf calling the balls and strikes. Adrian Johnson is at first. The crew chief Bill Miller is at second, and Doug Eddings, who had the plate last night, is at third. Kipnis stands in, ready to go. Ramirez high for ball 1. Caught the inside corner, says Jim Wolf. A ball and a strike.
Ramirez has been tough on lefties this year, just a .195 batting average. And his bread and butter pitch is that changeup that he'll throw about 27% of the time to try, and that's probably why he is so effective on left-handers.
Jason Kipnis leads the league in hits, doubles. He's third in batting average. Pops this one up. Center fielder Kevin Kiermaier calling and making the catch. Keys to the game are brought to you by Wayside Furniture. Offensively, maintain that aggressive approach at the plate for Danny Salazar. Locate the fastball. Last night, 5 of the first 9 hitters for the Indians put the ball in play on 3 pitches or less, accounting for 4 hits, 2 of them doubles, and 2 runs scored.
That's being aggressive.
Lindor takes ball 1 down low.
You know, and it's not saying like, hey, you want him to go up there and just start swinging the bat at anything. I mean, you're looking for something early in the count that you can handle. That's a very good pitch for you to swing at, and hopefully you put it in play.
Now, if we'd have said last night 5 of the first 9 hitters put it in play on 3 pitches or less, and they had nothing to show
and
for
they were
it,
0 for 5.
then that's not good.
Well, it's not, but at least their plan is in place. There's the changeup.
He gets ahead of ball and 2 strikes.
Check it out on our Nissan pitch tracker. They're sitting right there, and that was a slider. I take that back.
Strikes him out. 2 away. Our weather systems, game time temperature 72 inside.
It'll be that way the next 2 days as well, I believe. A little humid today outside.
It'll be that way the next 2 days as well.
A little warmer tomorrow.
Here's Michael Brantley. And he goes after the first pitch, and a liner caught by Forsythe ends the inning. Tribe goes 1, 2, 3. The Rays are coming to bed. and the starting lineup brought to you by Toyota. Kiermaier, Sizemore, Longoria at the top. Then it's DeJesus, Forsythe, and Souza in the middle. As Drupal Cabrera, Jake Elmore, and Kurt Caselli rounded out.
Well, and Danny Salazar is our Northern Ohio Honda dealer starting pitcher. And the 25-year-old right-hander making his very first career start against the Rays. But Danny on the year is 6-3. He's had a nice year. He's coming off a loss in his last start, 7-3 tribe defeat against Detroit. Ended a 3-game winning streak at home. But Danny on the road 3-2 this year with a 3.77 ERA, so he'll get his first look at the Rays.
Kevin Kiermaier leading it off. He was 0 for 4 last time. Swung out and missed. It's 1-1. Out of play. Strike 3 call. And Kiermaier knew it. He was hoping that ball would move off the plate inside, but it stayed right there.
Well, he wastes no time getting the first strikeout. They're sitting to go inside it. Boy, he hits the target that Gomes gives him. They wanted it in there. That is a very nice pitch.
One away for Grady Sizemore. A little bit high for ball 1. Brady's home run that broke up the perfect game last night was his first in 53 games. That tied his career high for a homer drought. He began the year with Philadelphia, hit .245 for the Phillies. No homers, 6 ribbies, had 5 doubles. He's come to Tampa and he's already 4 for 9 as a Ray. Right at the second baseman, Kipnis. 2 down.
Check out the Tribe defense brought to you by Chrysler. Behind Salazar this evening is Brantley in left, Bourne at center, Moss in right. It'll be Urella at third, Lindor at short, Kipnis is at second, Santana at first. Gomes doing the catching. Last night, Brantley in error stopped a streak of 202 games for him last night. It was pretty much a routine play there, that which is sad to happen. You know, that's you got to be upset at yourself.
As they say, it happens to the best of them. That's hit in the air to center field. Bourne, plenty of room, makes the catch. And the Rays, like the Indians, go 1-2-3 in the first.
MLB.com at bat on your smartphone or tablet. You can stay connected with live radio broadcast, stats, breaking news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
David Murphy stands in against Erasmo Ramirez, who pitches down and away for ball 1. Murphy 0 for 2 with a walk last night.
Ramirez out on the mound is like a lot like Kluber. 7 of his 8 starts have been his last have been homerless, but he receives 2 or more runs of support in just 7 of his 10 starts. They don't score for him when he's on the mound, or they haven't to this point.
I'm guessing there might be a few Rays pitchers who could make that claim.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. You're right. When they can get into a little slump like they are right now as far as scoring.
Murphy grounds it toward the second baseman, Logan Forsythe. 1 away.
You know, the Rays much better on the road than they are at home. 21-24 here in the building. 21-12 on the road.
You would think, Rick, that if any team might have a home field advantage, it would be Tampa. You know, the teams from the north or come down here, sunshine, it's nice weather, you sit out by the pool, you come in here and it's atmosphere is kind of different from any other park.
Laid back, right.
I always remember Robbie Thompson telling me that when he was with the Giants, the hardest place to play in the National League,
Astrodome,
Olympic Stadium in Montreal.
Oh, okay.
He said you'd go in there and there's no crowd, there's no atmosphere. He said kind of hard to get yourself up and get the juices flowing.
Yeah, you come inside after, and it is a difference. It's quiet in here up until game time. I think that's what makes now, we witnessed it in Minnesota. How we were in that dome for so long, and now you get to go outdoors. It makes, what a difference it makes there, doesn't it?
Broke his bat. Quick. Oh, he fumbled the ball, and Elmore couldn't get a handle on it, so Santana's aboard. Will most certainly be an error on the first baseman.
Yeah, I don't know if he took his eye off of it, getting to it, but he certainly, it is an error. He gets there, and Ramirez was right there. He just went to flip it before he had the ball in his glove. He had plenty of time to get him. So an error. That's a 38th on Tampa.
Yan Gomes will step in. Rays shift 3 onto the left side of the infield, so the entire right side is wide open for Gomes. And because Elmore's holding the runner, I mean, really all Gomes has to do is just put the ball in play on the right side, and it's a hit.
Well, if he gets the ball down in the zone, he could do that easily.
Last night, Gomes hit a ball off the wall in left center field. He hit one into the left field seats. And he sort of punched a bloop single into shallow right field.
Yeah, that was a great pitch that he got a base hit on there.
And you can see the way Ramirez is pitching him. He's pitching him in because he doesn't want him to
He's
just
trying to
punch one over the right side.
Force him to use his hands to try to pull the ball. You get him to pull the ball, you got a good chance for a double play. And he's staying in there too. No breathing room whatsoever. There was a changeup inside there. See, he's sitting middle of the plate. That's actually a perfect pitch. Might have been just a little in off the plate.
Back out of play. Our great clip of the game from last night. Here's Yan Gomes' night. This one almost left the yard, missed by a faded, maybe about a foot. Look at that. Just great piece of hitting, as you said, and then he hammers one out of there.
A soft serve ice cream going to the right, and then he, see you later, touch them all.
2-2 count. Just missed inside. Boy, he's really working Gomes in this at bat.
Yeah, it's another fastball. It's in off the plate, and he takes it. Good take. See what he comes back with. I'm thinking maybe change up here where he got him to maybe roll over on it and stay like he did for strike 2.
7th pitch of the at bat.
Went heater away.
Him out. Second K for Ramirez. 2 down in the inning.
Well, there was really nothing fancy in that at bat. He just went right at him with a good fastball, and it was, you know, I think just one changeup in the whole at bat. He stayed inside, made Gomes conscious of the pitch in there, and he gets him out away.
Yeah, you see that ball in, all of a sudden can't
you got to
get
take
to
that
it.
one beat before you can look away, and that's how pitching inside is very effective.
And now he paints the outside corner to Brandon Moss. 0 for 5 with a run batted in last night. Off the plate to even the count. Rays shift again. 3 on the right side this time as Dribble Cabrera. The shortstop stays on the left side. He's over toward third base. Nice block by Casale.
Down in the dirt. And he blocked it. It just trickles in between the legs, but he kept it right there. Jumped on it quickly. Santana wasn't going anywhere.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
That's the pitch to the left-handers. That's what you call the equalizer. The changeup looks like a fastball. It's down in the zone. He's got great arm action with that pitch. It just doesn't get there. It's only 80 miles an hour.
And that one nailed the catcher, Casale. Gomes on a check swing, and that ball redirected right into Casale. I thought it hit him in the chest protector, but he kind of doubled over.
Inside of the knee.
Yeah.
That ball finds catchers, doesn't it? You have a little protection. They're giving them an extra minute right now to let some of that stinging or the pain go away.
Santana's at first with 2 out. And the 2-2 pitch. Grounded to Forsythe, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 1 man left. Scoreless middle of the second.
Host the Houston Astros. That'll take place Wednesday, July 8th. 10,000 fans will get the bobblehead. You can visit Indians.com for your tickets.
Bottom of the second, David DeJesus, Logan Forsythe, and Steven Souza Jr. will bat for Tampa.
We talked about this yesterday, the look at both teams with the number 4 hitters, with DeJesus hitting for Tampa in the number 4 hole and David Murphy for the Indians. Certainly not your typical number 4 hole hitters.
DeJesus had one career start in the 4 hole before this year. Now this is his 18th of the season.
He was 0 for 3 last night.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a slump. Just 1 for his last 22. And as we know, in baseball, it looks like it's an individual game, but the team aspect of how a lineup works together is very evident with Tampa Bay, because with Evan Longoria batting third, if they don't have somebody that's legitimately behind him to protect him, teams aren't going to pitch to him.
Well, right. You force them to go outside of the zone. They've been doing that forever.
On the other side of the coin, you have the Indians. You mentioned David Murphy and Ryan Rayburn. They've been splitting time in the cleanup spot. With more on that, here's Andre.
You know, Terry Francona talked about it yesterday and why he's putting David Murphy or Ryan Rayburn in the 4 hole. Basically because they help each other. He wants to put them in situations where if you do bring in a lefty, say David Murphy's in the starting lineup as he is tonight, then when he goes to, if there's a guy on base, he wants Ryan Rayburn in that situation and vice versa. And it does play into what you guys are talking about with the Rays. He wants to take pressure off the other guys in the lineup, and he feels like those are 2 veterans that he knows on any day can take care of the 3-hitter or the 5-hitter in the Indians lineup.
Well, and we talk so much about leadership and, you know, who's a leader. And the one thing I've noticed about Ryan Rayburn is this ball's lifted to right field. I'm not saying that he's, you know, in there leading a pep rally, but I've seen him, I've watched him work the room. I've seen him. You watch him down on the bench. He was just talking to a young hitter in Roberto Perez before the game today. I saw him. He was talking with Brandon Moss, and they were talking hitting about what are you looking for? How do you feel when you see certain pitches? So, you know, that's leadership. When you know you got a young teammate or a guy that's struggling, what can you do to try to help him out?
Yeah, and those two have been such a nice platoon system this year for Tito. You know, it doesn't matter whether they're 4th or wherever they hit, whether it's 6th or, you know, wherever they've been, they've just complemented each other, and it helps. In Tampa's situation, you've got so many younger hitters up there that they can't really hit them 4th behind Longoria. You know, they need to get Loney back, who's possibly coming back this weekend when they go to New York. They need a couple of their hitters that are on the disabled list back to help them out.
John Jaso's another bat that they would like to see back healthy soon.
See, they have some guys, but there's some young guys getting some at-bats. They've used 46 players before the All-Star break, 26 of them pitchers. They've had 16 rookies. So it's amazing that they're even around the top and tied with Baltimore.
But in talking with some of their coaching staff, they also are very aware of the fact that, and you and I know how this works, everybody's the players start to hit that fatigue factor. You one eye on the All-Star break, that's coming. But between now and then, if you take your foot off the gas, you could lose 5-6 games in the standings in a blink of an eye.
Yes, you can.
Especially in this Eastern Division with everything bunched together the way.
Yeah, there are game 4 teams, a game, you know, out of first. They've lost 6 of their last 8 games after winning 8 of 9.
Danny Salazar mows them down. Tampa goes 1-2-3 here in the second inning. No score after 2. Erasmo Ramirez. Ramirez is I think he's a great story. Born in Nicaragua, which has not produced a ton of major league players. Obviously, Dennis Martinez was a great pitcher who hailed from Nicaragua. But for Ramirez, he said it was his grandma who actually introduced him to baseball. She's the one that taught him the game, taught him how to throw it, taught him how to hit it.
Really? Grandma? He's got a talented grandma.
And when he was just a little kid, she's the one that pushed him out there and said, go play with the older kids. And she said, don't you come home and cry.
Nice.
Don't you whimper around. You go with the big boys, and you hold your own.
I like that. Well, he's done a nice job since coming to Tampa, that's for sure.
He was only a year old when El Presidente threw his perfect game. But he was raised, hearing the stories about Dennis Martinez and his exploits in the major leagues. The story of how he made it, though, is just one of those that you could probably make a movie. Payoff pitch to Urella. Boy, got him to chase that. His off-speed stuff, in particular his changeup, it doesn't break like a traditional changeup.
Like a circle change.
Almost it's like Salazar's. It goes down, doesn't go down and into a right-handed hitter or down and away with a left-handed hitter. It's almost like it either goes straight down or it goes down in the opposite direction you would think it would.
Yeah, almost half his strikeouts come on that pitch, on the changeup. And you can see why, because he throws the dart fastball down at the knees and keeps it there. But then you see that little changeup and it goes straight down and it looks like it's the fastball that you can hit. Got that one elevated.
Pretty deep to center field, but Kiermaier's back to make the catch, 2 down. Let's go down to Andre Knott.
Guys, we talked a lot about Terry Francona having a team meeting before yesterday's game, and obviously he wants them to play the game the right way, but I talked to him about the energy that was in the dugout last night, and we don't talk about the guys that aren't in the starting 9 very often, but between Nick Swisher and Mike Aviles, they went out of their way to go up and down throughout the dugout yesterday to talk to guys, to keep guys in the game. And I talked to Terry about it today, and he goes, yeah, they did do that last night. He goes, now I need them to do that the rest of the season. He goes, that's something we have to do. He goes, we got to stay in the game and stay open with each other. And he goes, and that was one of the other reasons we had to have that meeting yesterday.
Yeah, well, yes, you got to get things back to what they're used to being.
Now, the most important aspect of that is, can they maintain it?
And that's what happens sometimes when you hit a rut like the Indians have been in for a lot of the month of June. You just stay into your own head and your own program.
Kipnis socks one high and deep to right field. On the track, he's out of room. It's out of here. Jason Kipnis launches one. His 6th home run of the season, RBI number 33. And the Indians take a 1-0 lead.
Well, I told you this guy hasn't given up many homers. 7 of his 8 starts have been homerless. That's the first one he's given up in a while. And Kipnis does it with 2 outs. He had a 2-out RBI for the Indians last night. Looked like he caught a little slider right there, got underneath it. And that was a high drive for him. He normally hits line drives. But that had a little carry into the seats. Indians will play from in front.
Looked like he had an opportunity to just sort of drop the barrel head. And then he clubs it into the seats. Now Lindor shoots one the other way, but that's going to slice foul and out of play.
That's only the 3rd home run he has given up in the last 45 innings. So he's been keeping the ball in the ballpark, and you get him with 2 outs. That's a backbreaker right there.
Lindor strikes out to end the inning. But Jason Kipnis crushes one to right field, and the Indians have a 1-0 lead. Mason Kipnis with a home run to put the Indians in front. Bottom of the third is Drupal Cabrera to lead off for Tampa. Oh for 3 last night, but over his last 11 games as Drupal hitting .349. To left field, right at Brantley.
Got a man there.
One away. Our stat of the game is brought to you by Buick. Cody Anderson's 14 scoreless innings as a starter to begin his career second longest to Scott Lewis. In 2 starts this year, 1-0 with an 0.57 ERA.
Yeah, he's really been fun to watch. You like how he goes out there and throws strikes and attacks the strike zone and doesn't mess around. Keeps you off balance, get after it. You know, he's going to have, if we look at it, about 2 more starts before the All-Star break. One will be in Pittsburgh, one will be at home, I think, against Houston. So looking forward to see him his next turn, to be honest with you.
Jake Elmore getting the start tonight at first base for Tampa. He was in an 0 for 12 drought until he hit a 2-run homer Saturday against Boston. It was his first homer since April 22nd. A little bit high, and that's not hard to do. At 5'9" tall, he's the shortest first baseman to ever appear in a game for Tampa.
Well, yeah, you think first basemen are tall guys that have long legs, they can stretch and help you out. Santana's not a tall one over there either, but 5'9", you know, so you don't expect him to hit home runs. There's, ooh, he thought it was a little low. That's borderline, but he gets the call. Certainly take it.
And the payoff pitch. Bounce to third. Urella charges nicely and throws him out, 2 down.
Well, another Sugardale Dollar Dog Night will take place when the Indians host the Oakland A's. That'll all take place Friday, July 10th, heading into the All-Star break. And you can enjoy Trans Am Rock fireworks after the ball game. You can visit Indians.com for your tickets.
You played against Fred Patek of Kansas City.
He was 5'4", I think.
Is that how small
yeah,
he was?
He was
wow.
5'5", maybe. Boy, you stood up next to him, and he was like a little midget, but he could play.
Bounces it foul. Now the 0-2. Just missed inside.
See Bourne scooting over to right center field now, thinking a fastball's coming. And no, it didn't.
A high pop into
that's
foul
up
territory. Urella makes the catch. You can see Lindor turning away. I think he lost it completely, so it's a good thing. Urella had it all the way. 9 up, 9 down for Salazar. Michael Brantley, David Murphy, and Carlos Santana. Here's the pitch, and Brantley takes. It's a called strike. Down low.
Brantley in his first at bat lined out on the very first pitch, so he's going to get a chance to take a peek at a few pitches this time around.
And the second baseman, Forsythe, makes a nice play to retire Brantley. Grab some friends, catch a game at the new Corner Bar, which is open to all fans at Progressive Field. $13 district tickets presented by Sports Time Ohio. They're going quickly, so get yours today. They're available only at Indians.com/district ticket. You know, we're talking about Jake Elmore being undersized for a first baseman. Erasmo Ramirez, for a right-handed pitcher, you don't see a lot of guys under 6 feet tall that make it as right-handed starters. He's got a powerful arm, though, and a very, very deceptive changeup that keeps the hitters off balance. 2 down. You know, I was saying before, though, that how he was discovered is like right out of a movie script. There was a guy who was living in the United States. He was in Chicago. His name was Moises Santiago. He was a retired printing shop worker on a disability pension. He's watching TV and he sees a feature about a woman who was running an equipment baseball program in Nicaragua, where Ramirez lived. And this guy took his savings, went down to Nicaragua and bought baseball equipment and handed that out to the kids and started working with the kids. And it was this guy who got Ramirez into an academy down in Nicaragua. And soon after that, that's when the Mariners scout saw him pitching.
No kidding.
And signed him.
Yeah, there's not many pitchers from down there, not many professional athletes from down there. But you never know. You get into one of those academies like they have now all over the Dominican and Venezuela and things like that.
Foul at the first base side. Well, we talked last night about Kirby Yates, who's from Hawaii, and the scouting director said it cost us more to fly him from Hawaii to West Virginia to start his minor league career than what we gave him as a signing bonus. For Ramirez, the signing bonus that they gave him, it was like his family, it was like hitting the lottery for them.
Yeah.
It was about 50 grand. But
that is the lottery.
2-2 pitch missed inside, full count. And the payoff pitch to Santana is driven but fouled on the right side. He barreled one up, but just a bit out in front of it. I have heard hitters in the past say that they go up against certain pitchers and they will sit on a changeup. Yeah, this guy he's tough to figure out.
This is a little bit different.
5 strikeouts. Indians go 1-2-3. top of the fourth. Top of the order due up for the Rays. Kevin Kiermaier, Grady Sizemore, and Evan Longoria. Andy Salazar, first time through the order. Couple of strikeouts. 3 ground ball outs. Take a look at our Levin Furniture player profile on Kevin Kiermaier. He's an all-around terrific athlete. And I mentioned it last night that Skeeter Barnes, who's their outfield and base running coordinator, said 4 years ago he was the best outfielder in our system.
Well, he can save you a lot of runs out there in center field, and when you have that guy you can trust, you can put other people out in the outfield like I'm sure the Rays have done. Trusting your guy you have in center. He can run. He's fun to watch. He hits one in the gap and he gets after it.
Do you think we've seen the last of center fielders who play shallow? It seems like the trend is play deep, break in.
I think you're probably right. You don't see many play shallow anymore. Ballparks are a little smaller than what they used to be, when it was 440 to center field and things like that. So, you can play a little bit deeper. Guys are bigger, a little stronger. They drive the ball probably more so than hitters did back in the day. So, yeah, you probably will see more guys playing deeper. But the sad thing of it is you don't see many guys that can throw anymore. That's the problem when you're playing deeper. If you're playing any outfield position, you have to make sure on a ground ball you bust it to get in, get it and get rid of it, because the guys can't throw like they used to.
Full count.
And you've got to come in and make sure you hit your cutoff, man. A lot of times they are missed.
Payoff pitch. Popped in the air over near the line. Long run. I'm not sure Brantley can get there. And it drops foul. It may not seem like a big deal, but the fact that there are only a couple of turf fields in baseball now, it's a lot different if you have to run on this stuff over 3-4 days.
But this is much better on your knees and back and stuff than the old stuff used to be. That used to be all over the place. This is a little more realistic, although I'm sure it takes a toll on you.
Lined at Lindor, makes a nice backhanded stab for out number 1. The other aspect of this facility is when a ball is hit in the air, it becomes adventure time. Let's go down to Andre.
It absolutely becomes adventure time. Now, the sun has gone down for the most part here in St. Pete. So if you look up into the sky, last night that was what was going on with this play with Jason Kipnis and Carlos Santana. Kip said he completely lost and had no idea. Now, for the left side of the infield, Gio Urella and Francisco Lindor have never played in a dome. Last night was their first game in a dome, and they said it has been an adventure to figure it out. They hit some pop-ups in pregame to see what was going on, but obviously this has been tough for these guys to figure out.
Well, we're watching Michael Bourne go all the way back onto the warning track to haul that in off the bat of Grady Sizemore. You can see Bourne just sort of shaking his head. You also have the additional element of balls that potentially hit the catwalks that are suspended from the ceiling, and so that adds something.
Yeah, it is.
Every once in a while it happens. Seemed like we saw it more in the early days of this park than we have lately.
Yes, when the balls hit the catwalk, there are a lot of strange things can happen.
I'll still never forget, we had a game here.
I know what you're going to say.
Well, it's more than 10 years ago because Omar Vizquel was playing for the Indians, but it hit a catwalk. We're all looking in left field at the left fielder, and Omar catches it about 20 yards behind shortstop. It hit one of those catwalks.
Sure did.
And Omar saw it the whole way and made the catch.
Yep.
And a diving stop by Lindor, gets up and throws. Got him!
Wow.
Amazing play by Francisco Lindor. Holy smokes. Completely outstretched. Snow coned it, got up, and threw him out at first. equipment today. And by the game-changing all-new Ford F-150. The future is tough. Gorgeous St. Pete Beach. But more impressive was watching the play that Francisco Lindor made to end the inning. That was worth the price of admission.
He has a best friend sitting next to him right there, and that's the guy pitching. Because it looked like a base hit.
Yan Gomes to lead off the fifth. He struck out his only time up. Inside, almost hit him.
He stayed inside on Gomes the whole last at bat until 3-2 and got him to swing a fastball away.
That was really a fun at bat to watch, both Gomes and Ramirez. There's that low fastball that just stays on the plate. You probably think as a hitter that changeup, and it doesn't dive, it stays right there.
Yep. Stays right on line.
Ramirez, another guy, and there are so many of them now, that uses almost no windup whatsoever. Just a little step and go. And that time he elevated it.
Yep. See, it's amazing. It's like it's two pitches. When you stay down in the zone for a couple of times through, you go in, you're down, and you're down. Then all of a sudden you get a hitter looking down there. You can throw one by him at the belt. Doesn't matter how hard you throw, it can be very effective. But it's like another pitch. And then stays right inside and gets him to swing at a ball. That's pitching. Using both sides of the plate. Going north and south, east and west in an at bat.
And as a hitter, you're just hoping, like Jason Kipnis, you get one that he doesn't quite locate where he wants to.
Yeah. And you put it in play and hit it hard somewhere.
Full count.
He doesn't have a big slider. You know what I'm saying? It's
no.
like just a tight one, just a little spinner. He hasn't been able to throw it for a strike in the two pitches of this at bat.
Got in on him and popped it to center. Kiermaier comes in to make the catch. 1 away. Our AT&T Uverse Rewind. Just watch.
I'll tell you, it's awfully tough when you're a shortstop to get on your stomach and get up and throw a guy out, especially when you don't catch the ball cleanly. But you see how quick he got to his feet. He got to his feet, he got the ball, and just fired a seam. Watch how quickly he gets up. Pushes himself up, grabbed it, and boom, a strike across the diamond. That was really a terrific play by Lindor.
There was no wasted motion in that play.
That ball seemed like it was by him, too.
Yeah.
When he, that's why he didn't catch it cleanly. He's having fun, isn't he?
Meanwhile, Evan Longoria is wondering, who was that guy?
Yeah. You better test someone else. Yeah, well, he's robbed quite a few hitters in his day, too.
Moss swings and misses at the changeup. It's 1-2. Two balls, two strikes. With one out here in the fifth. Nice idea by Moss. But just a little bit off the end of the bat.
Yeah, I think he hit it off the end, and don't know if he was trying to go that way.
Swung out and missed. That's a half dozen Ks for Ramirez, 2 down in the inning.
Well, 15,000 fans are going to receive a Sandy Alomar jersey, courtesy of Medical Mutual, on Saturday. That'll take place July 11th. The A's will be in town. Also, post-game fireworks set to the 80s music. Just go to Indians.com for your tickets.
Bouncing ball. Forsythe, the second baseman, throws him out. The Indians go in order again. 7 straight retired by Ramirez. The Indians' lead is 1-0. Off for Tampa, then it's Logan Forsythe and Steven Souza Jr. De Jesus, a ground out to first, his first time up. Outside corner, pegs it with a fastball for strike one. High in the air, left field. Long run for Brantley. He's there. One down. The injury report tonight brought to you by the injury lawyers at Elk and Elk. Desmond Jennings, a speedster who can make things happen on the bases, has a left knee injury. John Jaso, they're hoping to get back along with James Loney. Loney, we know, is scheduled to come off the DL this weekend.
Right. Yes. They need him. He's a middle part of the lineup hitter for him. He can protect Longoria, or they can flip-flop those two guys. Either way.
Forsythe went fishing. Comes up empty. It's 0-2. And the Rays need both of those guys back because, from what I understand in my conversations with people, the Rays don't have the financial flexibility to go out and make a move to add a big salary guy that might be available. Say there's a middle of the order type hitter that would be dangled by a club. If he's making a decent chunk of change, they don't have the ability to make that kind of a move.
I'm sure they're tapped out. They made their moves earlier in the winter.
One hopper to Lindor. Need to wait back on it. A close play, and he got it by an eyelash. That's got to be a very difficult play for a shortstop. You know you can't catch it on the fly. You've got to wait back on it. How do you know that you've got enough arm to still get it?
Well, you just don't rush it, and he did not. He just gathered himself. He stayed nice and calm and put everything he had on it, and he still gets him by half a step. But that's all you have to do. You don't have to. A lot of times, if you see that guy running, you try to overthrow it. That's where your errors come from when you're a young player. But if you stay within yourself, there's nothing he could do. He had to stay back on it. So you just stay back on it and trust it. If he beats it out, it's a base hit.
I like what you said, though. He didn't rush it. He gathered himself, set his feet, and then unleashed.
Trust your arm.
Throw. Yeah.
Yes.
I suppose the mistakes are made because you don't get your feet set because you're trying to speed up the throw.
Right. It's like a catcher when he sees a base runner getting a good jump at first base. They try and rush and they don't get their footwork down, and then all of a sudden the ball sails on them and takes off. That's how throwing errors are made. It's all about your feet. And once you get your, when he's getting ready to catch that ball, he makes sure his feet are in position to throw, get rid of it quickly, and put something on it.
The 2-1. Well, all those years that we had the true pleasure of watching Omar Vizquel play shortstop, the one thing that John McDonald always told me that I focused on the hands, the glove.
Right.
Omar said it's the feet. That's what makes Vizquel great. His feet are always in position to get the throw off.
And Johnny Mack was the same way. He learned from a pro, and believe me, he developed his craft with his feet. He was so quick. He was always in position. That's what it is. It's the footwork, and it's a lot of people don't realize that.
2 outs in the 5th. 3-2 count on Steven Souza Jr. And the payoff pitch drilled to center. Bourne is there. Makes the catch. And the first 15 retired in order by Danny Salazar. Use a hashtag STODataStrongFan, and you can tweet your photos to us, and you might just see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. It's all brought to you by T-Mobile. Michael Bourne leading off for the Tribe, and he tried to bunt, kind of jabbed at it. Strike one.
Yeah, it looked like he wasn't really convinced he wanted to bunt that ball. Sort of caught in between, I think.
Bourne lashes one to left center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Only the second hit of the game. Came with 2 outs in the 3rd inning, and Jason Kipnis dropped a barrelhead and blasted it into the right field seats. His 6th home run of the year. It's the only run of the game. Here is Kipnis now with Bourne at first as we take a look at our Kipnis in the driver's seat. Leading the league in hits now. Pitches up and away for ball one. Well, now this is an opportunity that Terry Francona hasn't had many times, but you've got Bourne who can run. You've got Kipnis who's got the best bat control maybe on the team right now. You want to try to take advantage?
Well, he just hit a home run in his last at bat. I think he's going to leave the hole there for him. This guy has a good changeup. He's been around the plate, but the way Kipnis has been swinging, he can drive you in from first base if he finds a gap. Looked like he hit the slider out back in the third inning. He got underneath it and hit it high and deep.
I am just really curious. Look at the outfield alignment here. I mean, Steven Souza Jr. is 100 feet off the line.
Yeah, that's what's it's telling you, that they're going to try and stay everything away and let him hit it to left field. Even that changeup, if he throws it away, you can get over on it.
3 balls and a strike. And a foul back. Full count.
Well, you can start him now. Full count, nobody out. See if you can get a hole going. They're playing like this, you would expect the second baseman to cover, I would think. So if you're Kip, try to pull a ball.
He goes, and it's the shortstop who covers, but it's foul first base side.
He threw him. He changed up on him. He threw him a fastball inside, jammed him. It cost him a bat. He wasn't expecting that. There goes Bourne. Here comes the pitch. It might have been ball 4. At least Kip just got a piece of it to stay alive. They'll get a new piece of lumber and they'll re-rack it. I would expect him to start him again.
Bourne goes. Kipnis strikes out.
Change up.
And the throw is in plenty of time.
Sure is.
Here's a dead duck, 2 down.
Strike him out, throw him out. Worked out well for the Rays.
I mean, Michael Bourne had no more than a full stride lead off the bag when he took off.
Yeah, I know. It's a place where you're not trying to steal a base. You're figuring the guy's going to put it in play. You got to make sure he goes home, but it's a strike him out. See, he was looking at home plate all the way. 7 strikeouts now by Ramirez.
Down low to Francisco Lindor, ball 1. Three and 0. Double barrel action in the Tampa bullpen. Even though Ramirez is just over 80 pitches on tonight.
No, that little groin strain didn't seem to bother him tonight. His last start was in Cleveland when he only pitched the 3 innings. We mentioned it earlier.
And here comes Kevin Cash, so I think that's it. He signals for the left-hander. So he's going to go matchup with 2 outs here in the 6th inning and a runner at first base after a 4-pitch walk. Cash feels that's it. His tank is empty, so he'll go to the left-hander Xavier Cedeno. Ramirez will exit with our Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen. captain Hook.
Yeah. He said that it looked like he had a wow. After that first walk, he had only given up 2 hits all night, but he had the quick hook tonight, but he knows his staff a heck of a lot better than we do.
Well, Xavier Cedeno, it seems like we've seen him in every game the Indians have played against the Rays.
Yeah, this is everyday Xavier.
Lefty-lefty matchup here with 2 out in the 7th. Michael Brantley 0 for 2 on the night.
Might make it a little tougher to steal a base in this situation as well. Holding the runner, which is Lindor at first.
To the second, and the inning is over. Middle of the 6th. Another thriller and another incredibly pitched game on our hands tonight. Alex Colomé. Alan Jensen start our coverage at 6:30 with Indians Live, and then all the play-by-play action at 7 right here on Sports Time Ohio. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and Asdrubal Cabrera will lead it off for Tampa. And a first pitch that I'm not sure, missed ball 1. Danny Salazar has faced the minimum through 5. Cabrera fly to left field his only time up. And he swings and fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Asdrubal asked Jim Wolf to look at the ball since he fouled it off, and Jim Wolf inspected it and threw it right back to Salazar.
Yeah, well, he took a look at it. 8 fly ball outs for Salazar tonight. Only 2 strikeouts.
Well, much like last night, Cody Anderson only had 1 strikeout
yeah, but isn't
for
it
most
nice?
of the game.
I mean, you look at those guys at Salazar. Here you are in the 6th inning. He's at 60 pitches. So, I mean, that to me is more efficient than having to try and strike him out. Now, we've seen the other end of the spectrum with Danny, where he's gone out there and he can strike out 10 in 4 innings or less. But this is what you like to see right here. Be effective.
Cody's second strikeout last night didn't come until the last pitch he threw.
And it was the same guy that he struck out both times.
Yeah, Mark Krause, the big left-handed hitter. Salazar's come back to make it a full count. He's done this on a number of occasions tonight. When he's Gone to 3-2. He's made a quality pitch every time. And this time a fastball misses high. And the Rays have their first base runner of the game.
Yeah, the first walk for Salazar, the 23rd this year. We don't like to see walks, but especially leadoff walks, but he's down in the bottom part of the lineup.
Jake Elmore grounded out his only time up to third base. Swings and fouls it off to the right.
Tampa, only 9 sacrifices on the year. Elmore has 1. So it looks like, let's go. He's letting him swing the bat. It's tough enough to hit this guy, let alone try and put a bunt down.
Yeah, and plus I've seen Terry Francona in this situation where your 7th hitter gets on.
Yes.
Your 8th hitter, okay, maybe a sacrifice, but who's behind him?
Yeah.
Not exactly an RBI
Why
guy.
do you want to give up an out to try and, get him over?
What happened to Cabrera?
I have no idea.
Looks like he's left calf, maybe. Right behind, right below the knee.
I don't know if he had a cramp in there or what. Maybe.
Trying to stretch it. See if it'll come loose. And evidently he's okay. His former teammates are giving it to him down there on the field.
They should.
No balls, 2 strikes. And Elmore fouls it off to stay alive. Of a one-hopper to Kipnis. It looked like it was hit in slow motion, but they still turn a double play. 4-6-3 on the twin killer.
Well, there you go. That base runner was erased quickly on a little slider that's down off the end of the bat. One hopper, Kipnis to Lindor. They turn it easily. So go back to that full windup that you've been throwing the ball very well on them.
Kurt Casale fouled out to third base, his only time up. Up high, ball 1. Did he go? He did. First base umpire Adrian Johnson pumps the right fist. And it's 1-1.
They'll look like it from our angle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost chased again. 2 balls and a strike. 43 out of 70 pitches for strikes for Danny so far tonight. Socked to deep left field. Brantley won't get it. It is off the wall. And the first hit of the game is a 2-out double for Kurt Casale. So last night, Cody Anderson went 6 1/3 perfect innings. Tonight, Salazar goes 5 perfect innings before issuing a leadoff walk. And now 5 2/3 no-hit innings before Tampa gets their first hit of the night. And it's a 2-out double for Caselli.
And his first double of the year. How about that? Well, it comes with 2 outs, so see if Danny could end it here quickly.
Yeah, this is only Caselli's 7th game on the year with the Tampa Bay club. So Kevin Kiermaier is 0 for 2. He had a liner to Lindor his last time up. That's low, ball 1. Outside. High pop. Another tough one here. Long run for Brantley. He gets there and makes the catch just inside the line to end the inning. 6 in the books. It's the Indians 1 and the Rays nothing. By Levin Mattress, located in all Levin furniture and freestanding locations. And by AT&T Uverse, has more channels on the go than cable. Nightfall in Tampa, where the Indians lead the Rays by a score of 1-0.
Similar game like we had last night, till late in the ball game.
Except last night, the Indians had all those scoring chances.
Right.
As Kevin Cash said afterwards, it was 2-1, and he said it felt like we were down by 10.
Yeah, and it did. It truly did, because the Indians had all of the chances. They left, did they leave 8 or 9 on base last night?
But this game has been very, very tightly contested on both sides. The Indians have 2 hits. One of them left the yard. That's the only run of the game. Lefty-lefty matchup to start the 7th. And Xavier Cedeno misses inside for ball 1. Murphy 0 for 2 is grounded out, flied out. Murphy laces one down the left field line. That is a foul ball. Thought maybe it had a chance to stay inside the chalk.
Yeah, the right idea.
just threw his bat at it, and somehow Cedeno ends up with it. The ball ran up his elbow and popped up in the air.
Yeah, it sure did. And he was able to keep it around, and out comes Cash again because the left-hander Cedeno did his job.
Interesting that he would want to flip Santana around to his more power side of the plate.
You know, when he goes into that bullpen, though, he goes, those guys don't throw many pitches. Sets up that Hall of Fame, and it's really, he does a tremendous job, and he ended it right there with Thurman Munson, you know, in the background. So when we walked through it today, it was really something very special. We got to take a look at it tomorrow. It did a fine job.
Number 41, Carlos Santana. Well, thanks to Andre for that feature on the Ted Williams Museum Hitters Hall of Fame. Carlos Santana will bat here with the bases empty and one down in the 7th inning. I just, again, and you said this earlier, and we use this quite frequently. The manager knows his team a lot better than we do. But it's just a head scratcher from where I'm sitting that he would want to turn Santana around to where he's hit all 9 of his home runs this year from the left side of the plate.
Well, if you make your pitches, you know, he feels he's going to get them out. And he pitches Cedeno every day. There's a 4-game series, and he only, you know, threw 2 batters. So maybe, just maybe, he can come back again tomorrow. You try and stretch him out another hitter or 2. You never know what could happen. And then you give the right-hander a chance to get Gomes on deck. He comes in. You know, if you make your pitches to Santana, you're going to get him out. He just swings too hard from this side of the plate. If you make a mistake, he can hurt you. But, you know, you don't mind. You give your pitchers opportunities.
Back out of play. Right back.
See him elevate the fastball on him with the 2 strikes, and they wanted it upstairs.
High, 2-2. Right back up the middle. Santana with a single into center field. 3rd hit of the night for Cleveland. And we'll go to Al Pawlowski with a Mazda game break. All right, thanks, Al. 1 on, 1 out. Yan Gomes 0 for 2 steps in.
Ramirez, for the 2 times that he has faced Gomes, stayed basically inside and really tied him up. Get ahead away, but they certainly have made, when you watch him approach this shot from the center field, made him conscious of the plate on the inside part. Before you can dive out, you have to look in there first.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to be donating a lot of bats to the burn pile.
And he got in on him with the fly ball the center field in his last at bat. Geltz looks like he has a little better slider.
Center field, Kiermaier makes the catch right in front of the sunburst. 2 down. Moss checks, it's outside. 2-0. Some fancy artwork.
Well, you can see it's got to be Carrasco down there involved.
You know it's a starting pitcher.
Yeah. They get bored.
Up by 3-0. Did you see the look Roberto Perez was giving him? Kind of like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, there's a guy that's trying to watch the game, and you have to stay into it, and then you've got a starting pitcher. Look at, he's paying no attention to him. He's ignoring him.
3-0 delivery, up high, ball 4. So Santana in the scoring position as Moss goes down to first. And Giovanni Urshela will bat with 2 on and 2 out. And this kid seems to find a way to get a hit every game. And oh boy, would this be a great time for him to deliver here.
Yeah, they could use it. They could use that insurance. They did it last night in the 8th inning.
Gio riding an 8-game hitting streak. And as I said, 1 hit a game. He just seems to have a knack, find a way somehow.
Well, this would be the perfect time.
He hammers one deep left to Jesus back. He's at the wall. It is gone. Gio Urshela keeps his streak alive, 9 in a row, and none bigger than this one. A 2-out, 3-run homer makes it 4-0 Cleveland.
Well, there you go. He picked the right time. And the Indians have scored all 4 runs with 2 outs tonight. Both on home runs. And this is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it. How can't you love a 3-run home run? Their last 8 home runs have been solo shots. This is how big it is when you get something with runners on base. Now you make it a 4-0 ball game, and you almost take the Rays right out of it. Urshela just his 2nd home run. The timing was perfect.
It's only the 18th home run this year of the Indians' 63 that have come with a man on base. But boy, was that a big, bomb by Urella. 3-run smash to open it up. We've talked so much about it. You kind of get tired of talking about it. The lack of the clutch hitting for Cleveland. And as Bourne beats out an infield single to keep the inning alive. That's what has kept the offense from exploding, from getting on track, because they get 2 guys on base and then can't get the hit to drive somebody home. You come up with a 3-run homer like that, and
it's like found money. You know, you go out there, you haven't gotten a hit, but like Kipnis, his home run was with 2 outs, and it gives you a quick 1 jolt. That's only a solo shot, so that's no big deal. But the 3-run homer, that's special.
It's like found money for Cleveland, and if you're Tampa, it's like getting mugged.
Yeah, it sure is.
Especially because they know the feeling. These 2 clubs are very similar as far as where they're at right now. You know, the offenses have struggled. The pitching's been fine. The defense has been good. But the offense hasn't been able to keep up its end of the bargain. So Tampa, I'm sure their players are out there. They're watching that ball sail into the seats, and it's got to be just a crushing, sinking feeling.
Sure it is. It's a backbreaker because they haven't been scoring. So now they figure, wow, 4 runs seems like a lot.
40.
Yeah, it seems like too many to come back from. And you can see, boy, oh boy. Just wiping your face, not much you can do about it. He hit it, you threw it. Hang with him.
But hey, I tell you, the young guys, Urella and Lindor, I don't want to go overboard and say they've given the team a shot in the arm, but what they have done is they've played with they don't play like rookies. Well, I mean, they're going to make their mistakes, but you know, we saw
that's natural.
Earlier tonight, we saw Lindor make a spectacular defensive play. And then Urella comes up here and gets a big home run.
Well, it's fun. They're having fun. They're at the big league level, and you know what? They're starting to fit in. You know, it's going to take them a while to feel comfortable.
Bourne takes off. Here's the throw, and it goes into center field. Michael's going to get up and hold, though. His 6th stolen base on the year. And he's in the scoring position with 2 outs now for Kipnis.
He was thrown out earlier on a strike him out, throw him out double play, but this one he was able to steal. Ball goes into center field. He doesn't really pick it up until it's too late. Kiermaier coming in and backing up. But he gets himself in scoring position.
Kipnis homered to right field in the 3rd inning, his 6th of the year, to give the Indians a 1-0 lead. He's got 4 hits in the series. And he strikes him out to end the inning. But oh, Gio. Urella goes deep with 2 outs, a 3-run homer. 4-0 Cleveland. And the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Spitzer Auto World.
access to Tribe Rewards, and today's Tribe Reward TV code is Lofton. You can visit Indians.com/season tickets for the complete details.
Beautiful night here in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Indians with a 4-0 lead. Danny Salazar, one-hit shutout baseball through 6 innings. He was perfect through the first 5, and the only hit came in the 6th inning. Grady Sizemore 0 for 2. A little bit high, ball.
I was watching in between innings after the team was going on the field, take a little ground balls, and Urella was out there, and then Francisco came running out. Talking, smiling, give them a high five. Those two make each other feel comfortable because they came up together. They've been together the last few years.
Urella cuts in front of his buddy Lindor and throws out Sizemore, 1 away. Those two guys are just living the dream, as they say.
Exactly. And I mean, they're on the left side of the infield. They're having fun, and you should. I mean, enjoy it. You get to pitch in and add some excitement, some fun to help win a ball game. It's great. Nothing better.
Evan Longoria 0 for 2 on the night. He was robbed on a magnificent play by Lindor in the 4th. And you're right, he's done his fair share of taking hits away from opposing hitters.
Oh, yes. Solid third baseman. Good all-around ball player. I told you yesterday, signed a 10-year deal a few years ago, so he's here for 7 more.
Salazar falls behind him here, 3-0. Longoria owns what has to be, I would think, has to be the most famous hit in Rays history on the last day of the season. We were coming back from Detroit.
Oh boy! How
Remember,
about
he hit that home run to put him in the playoffs?
Foul pole or something? It was right down the line.
Yeah, swing and a miss, full count. Weren't there 3 games? We were following 3 different games. There it is. It's memorialized down in that left field corner. Payoff pitch.
What was it? Baltimore, Boston, and Tampa. Who was that against? New York.
I think Baltimore was playing Boston. I think at home.
Yes, they were.
And the Rays, were they playing the Yankees or were they playing somebody else?
Yeah, Red Sox. I think they were playing the Yankees.
3-2 pitch. Popped him up.
Boy, he came back. Nice job.
He's done that, it seems like, all night long. Other than the walk to Cabrera, every other time he's gone to a full count. He's been.
Well, I guess you call it effectively wild, but he has moved it around a little bit. He's been able to get the Rays to swing at pitches. I mean, he's hung in there. The one walk, and then he gave up only the 1 hit. But again, another well-pitched game by an Indian starter. Not many balls hit on the nose. He had the Lindor stealing of a base hit from Longoria, but for the most part, he has been in total control.
David Jesus takes ball 1.
Tried a little breaking ball there. Well, this is something nice that Tito has to like when you come into a 4-game series.
Urella with a diving stop gets up and throws him out. Oh, baby. Urella and Lindor are putting on the Ritz tonight. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays. And we go to the 8th, 4-0 Cleveland. the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians. The Indians Live, presented by Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care, is coming up next here on Sports Time Ohio with Alan Jensen. And right now, the Indians are 6 outs away from taking the first 2 in this 4-game series against Tampa. Kirby Yates, right-hander, coming on to pitch here in the 8th inning. Yates worked an inning last night, and he gave up that 2-out home run to Yan Gomes. Lindor, first ball swinging, sends one to left field to Jesus. Will make the catch. 1 away. A couple of weeks away, baseball's best players will gather in Cincinnati for the Midsummer Classic. Home field advantage for the World Series will be on the line, and our coverage of the All-Star Game begins July 14th at 7 Eastern on Fox and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Michael Brantley is 0 for 3 on the night. And takes a called strike. Foul back.
He's coming in tonight throwing nothing but strikes. First 4 pitches are been in the zone.
The 0-2. Ever been to Hawaii?
Yes, one time.
What do you think?
Loved it. Went to 3 different islands. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but it was beautiful.
Kirby makes his home on Kaloa.
Yeah.
Someday.
You've never?
No.
You'll love it.
Kirby's the 39th Hawaiian-born player to reach the major leagues. Last year, there were 6 native Hawaiians in the major leagues, including Shane Victorino, Kurt Suzuki,
guy with the Texas Rangers, I think,
Scott Feldman, Jerome Williams, and Colton Wong. His brother Tyler Yates pitched in the big leagues with the Mets, the Braves, and the Pirates. He's now a police officer.
Book him down.
Hawaii 5-0.
You got him.
Yeah, they are the only Hawaiian-born brothers
to play in the big leagues.
Yeah. Four brothers in the family, and I mentioned last night they're all lifelong surfers. One ball, 2 strikes. Brantley's put up a heck of an at-bat here in the dirt, 2-2. I've watched the surfers. I've been in California, in Southern California, and you watch them go out in the morning.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy.
When I went to the Y, I went to the North Shore, and you see the waves, and you think, "Oh, I'll go body surfing." I'm going to tell you something, pal. It scared me to death. Yeah, no, you'd never come up. Those waves are humongous.
Checks his swing. What an at bat for Brantley. Full count. Yeah, I mean,
they're scary.
You
But
watch
these
that
people
stuff
go
on
out
TV
there
when you're a
you
kid.
think go up. It's
no way.
Absolutely crazy. But it's fun to watch.
Used to watch it on Wide World of Sports,
I know.
you know. 3-2 to Brantley. And he lifts it foul. That's out of play.
He's putting up a really good at-bat here.
Michael wants his hit. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He had 3 of them last night. Fouled out of play. This is incredible. It's like two guys staring each other down, and neither one of them is going to give in.
I think he's fouled off 5 or 6 pitches in this at bat.
Well, this is going to be the 12th pitch of the at bat. We're going to show you we'll look at the cluster of pitches.
There you go.
And Michael drives one to left center field in the gap. I told you he wanted that hit, and he's got it. On his way to second base, a 1-out double, is 23rd on the year. And he's right behind his teammate Jason Kipnis, among the league leaders in that category.
Well, that was a tremendous at bat, and you're right, he did want it. He just stayed on it, and he gets a double for the liking. He got a fastball up out over the plate. He plugged the gap in left center field, can cruise into second base easily. So Brantley gets his first hit of the night and his 23rd double overall.
And now David Murphy, who's 0 for 3 on the night. Oh, boy. He drives one to deep right field. Back is Souza Jr. He's out of room. It's out of here. David Murphy with a 2-run homer in the 8th inning. And the Tribe has ripped it open with a 6-0 lead. Murphy's 5th home run of the year. RBIs number 20 and 21. And the Indians have scored all of their runs tonight via the long ball.
Well, and another one a lot like Kipnis's. This was a fastball that was done, and Murphy just dropped the barrel head of the bat, hit it high into the seats, and had some hang time to it. But they have a solo home run, a 2-run homer, and a 3-run homer on the night. And that accounts for all 6 runs. And, gosh, that's nice to see, isn't it?
Well, and again, how many times do you see a guy have a prolonged at bat and the next guy benefits?
Well, it wears the pitcher down. Not only did Brantley benefit, but you know what? He made a mistake. I don't know if you call it a mistake, but Murphy, he's just having one of those years. He acted like a number 4-hole hitter in that at bat. Leaves the yard.
Well, I mean, I don't know what it's like, Rick, but you're sitting in the on-deck circle and you're watching Brantley's at bat. You at least get to see what's going on.
Yeah, you get a bird's eye view.
Santana's base hit changed the course of the 7th inning. Swung on and missed.
You mentioned, why is he going out and changing, making the move, bringing in the right-hander, leaving it on this side of the plate where he has all the power. But it was a little single that changed the inning. It wasn't the home run. You get on base, you make something happen. With 2 outs, he ended up walking Moss. Sort of like he wanted to pitch around him to get to Urella, and what happens? Gio ended up hurting him with a 3-pointer.
The rookie jumped on him.
Yes.
And Kirby Yates maybe stunned by the home run.
Well, yeah, they hit one off him last night. Gomes did. Murphy gets him again tonight. David's having a solid year.
Santana draws a walk.
Yeah, he may be out of gas. If he's not out of gas, he's a little shell shocked. As Kevin Hickey will come out and talk to him, they do have Belisario warming up down in the bullpen.
Take a look at the All-Star voting. This is the latest update. Miguel Cabrera, Nelson Cruz, and Mike Trout, along with Josh Donaldson, are the interlopers breaking up Kansas City's party.
Donaldson was the last to break into that fold.
It's a shame that Jason Kipnis isn't on that list.
Yeah, well, he's got to make the All-Star team. There's no doubt
he's going to make the team, but he should be on the starting lineup.
I agree, but you know, it comes on votes.
I know.
The fans have to vote for Jason Kipnis. You want to see him in the All-Star game.
Yan Gomes is 0 for 3 tonight, and a ball in the dirt. Up and in. 2-0.
See, now he's trying to make a perfect pitch because Gomes got him last night. And don't think he's not thinking about it either.
Three balls, no strikes. Just did catch the inside corner. Back out of play and a full count. Did he go too far?
Yes.
Yes, he did. He strikes out, 2 away. And up comes Kevin Cash as he's going to make a move to the bullpen. Hawaiian native Kirby Yates knows all too well that aloha means both hello and goodbye. He's out. Belisario's in. We'll be right back. last night, Ronald Belisario was trying to just intentionally walk Michael Brantley, and he threw one to the backstop and allowed the Indians to get another run.
Yeah, something that, you know, how many times have you seen it in your career? An intentional walk, and then all of a sudden this one goes over the head of the catcher. You go into shock.
It's almost that intentional walk pitch. If you don't throw it firm,
right,
it's almost like sometimes you'll see a guy get a comebacker and he'll try to lob it to first and he'll throw it 10 feet over the first baseman's head.
Sometimes pitchers can't throw it soft. When they try to, that's what happens. You know, you have to. You're right. You have to keep it firm. Something on it.
Brandon Moss walked and scored in the 7th. Down the left field line, slicing near the pole, and it is a foul ball. Boy, that was close.
It looked like it had the distance.
Definitely had the distance. Oh yeah, it was well foul. Just from where we were sitting up here on the look, it looked a lot closer to the pole, and that's a good shot right down the line. Brandon wasn't sure. He took off. A lot of times the hitter will know right away, but he didn't know for sure. Hammered foul right side, so he's gone pillar to post. Right into the shift. Forsythe throws him out, and the inning is over. David Murphy dials one long distance. Indians up 6-0. Some late inning nachos. You ordered these nachos. Now you sit down there and eat them.
Putting them under the seat. He's looking for a foul ball. He's on attack. Here we go. See? He wants to catch a foul ball.
Logan Forsythe 0 for 2 on the night. Danny Salazar 1 hit. Shutout baseball through 7. up and in.
Hey, I like that. The Indian staff that a lot of times people have said, hey, they don't pitch inside. Well, there's nothing wrong with going in there, making a hitter turn out of the way, even though they only have one hit. Still got to command both parts of the plate.
He's 3-0 to Forsythe.
Well, his MO tonight, he'll be back into the count to a 3-2 count and get it out.
Catches the outside corner.
Pretty efficient tonight, huh?
Yeah, really.
Most pitches 17 in any inning. Beautiful. See, there it is, 3-2.
And that was the inning he walked the leadoff man after a 3-2 count.
Yeah. Yeah, that cost him a perfect game at that point. First base runner they had.
Fastball low and away. And the Rays have their second leadoff walk of the night. As promised earlier, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. One more time, a look at the play by Francisco Lindor. The stop alone was pretty amazing. To get up and throw him out was just flat out what?
The quickness of a cat. I mean, down on his stomach, up to his feet to release the baseball, and coming in smiling, high-fiving everybody. That's I don't think there's anything better when you're a shortstop. You can make a play like that and go into the dugout, ending the inning. It's a good feeling because you saw the reaction of Salazar and those other guys. These guys are starting to feel comfortable. It's fun to watch. He had a big old smile on his face.
One ball, one strike.
Last time Salazar walked the leadoff man, he came right back and got a double play ball.
This is hit to right field. Moss makes the catch, one away. Saturday, these Tampa Bay Rays will head to New York to take on the Yankees in a game you can only see on Fox Sports 1 beginning at 12:30 Eastern. Then at 7, it's baseball night in America as the Twins go up against the Royals on your local Fox affiliate. It's all this week on your home for baseball every Saturday, Fox and Fox Sports 1. There's Drupal Cabrera. Flied to left in the third, and he drew the walk in the 6th inning. Hammered up the alley in right center field, and it will one-hop the wall. Coming around third, Logan Forsythe will be waved home. He will score, and it's a 6-1 ball game. Cabrera with his 12th double of the year, RBI number 20.
Well, he smoked that ball into the gap. Got a pitch down to his liking. Second double. Look at that fastball down. It was middle of the plate, and he throws the head of the bat right at it. Shoots it into right center field. The leadoff walk comes back to hurt Salazar. They're on the board. It's a 6-1 ball game.
And it's the former Indians 2 nights in a row that spoiled the shutout. Jake Elmore looks at strike one. down the right field line, but it's going to slice out of play. Tribe has Zach McAllister up in the bullpen. With 1-on-1 out here in the 8th. Upstairs with it. 1-2. To Lindor, long throw, and again he gets him by a whisker. 2 down.
I watched the footwork. He was ready. He had him in position to throw. He knew he had to wait back. Look at, he's ready. There it is. Just gather it, make the throw. Right on the money.
That shows you the arm strength, because he does that without no hop in the throw, no hump in the throw. It was on a line right on the target. Two down for Kurt Casale.
Good pitch.
Breaking ball. And missed inside. Haven't seen a lot of those.
Well, he keeps trying to throw it. You know, he hasn't had it tonight. You know, sometimes he gets a feel for it early in the game and he can use it a little bit more. But tonight, he's tried a few of them and he just hasn't had it.
Good changeup, and it's 1-2. Foul way out in front of it. Casale doubled in the 6th inning. It was the first hit of the game for Tampa. Both hits for the Rays have been doubles. The second one plated a run. And Forsythe came around after he walked to start this inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Outside on a full count. On the ground to Lindor. Bobbles it. Recovers. Throws. And he threw it low, and Santana could not dig it out. Rays will get a gift run here as Cabrera scores on the air. And it's 6-2. And a runner into scoring position on the air as well.
Well, didn't catch it cleanly. And then rushed it and short hopped it. He still gathered himself. He got it on time. Then you try to rush it and makes a short hop, and Santana doesn't even get leather on it.
Well, you talk about footwork. Watch how when he sets, a little off balance on the throw.
Yeah, because you have to rush it now to get the runner as he's hustling down. He still had time to get it. He didn't get any help with the pick, but it goes as an error. The run will score.
That'll end the night for Danny Salazar with 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Zach McAllister is in the ball game now for the Tribe. Stick around for Indians Live, presented by Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. Coming up right after the game here on Sports Time Ohio. Danny Salazar should have been out of the inning. Instead, he's out of the game. And Zach McAllister will face Kevin Kiermaier.
Well, Danny threw hard tonight. I mean, the strikeout wasn't there, but he was very efficient. He made the guys put the ball in play.
Strike call. Kiermaier 0 for 3 on the night. One ball, one strike. Down and in. 2-1. My eyes don't deceive me. That is Cody Allen getting ready in the Tribe pen.
I looked down there and saw that.
Tells you Terry Francona does not want to mess around.
He is not going to mess around.
Back out of play. And it's 2-2. Very close, but just missing, and a full count.
Let's see what a target is. Boy, oh boy, that's a pretty darn good pitch. Wow. How do you take that?
Santana will take it himself, and the inning is over. Rays score a pair. We go to the ninth. 6-2 Cleveland.
The 7th inning, Giovanni Urella, a 3-run home run, stops a string of 8 consecutive solo homers for the Tribe and makes it a 4-0 ball game. A huge hit right there, the youngster. That was a nice trot around the bases, and it was a perfect timing for a hit for the Indians and increased that lead from 1-0 to 4.
And Urella takes a strike. Really got in on him. He was trying to punch it through the hole on the right side, but he didn't quite get the barrel to it. One away. Michael Bourne, a couple of hits, a stolen base on the night. Out of play on the left side. Nice catch.
Yep.
Brought the glove and put it to work.
He sure did. He sure did. Had him positioned perfectly. We'll go home with a foul ball. There he was. Look at it. He's happy. Able to give it to his daughter. Mom's happy. Everybody's happy.
Chopper to first, and it's going to go foul. Six runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 4 left for Cleveland. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left for the Rays. It was a 1-0 game in favor of the Indians into the 7th when Gio Urella clobbered that 3-run homer to open it up. And then David Murphy hit a 2-run smash in the 8th. Two and two. Ford strikes out, 2 away. Where were we at? They used to give away the Krispy Kreme donuts. Was it here?
I think it was out in L.A.
Get the Ted strikeouts or whatever it was.
Yeah, it might have been here.
Swing and a miss. I remember the first time it was like a kind of a game like this where the outcome wasn't really in doubt, and the fans started cheering. Like, what the heck happened?
Yeah,
realized. Everybody with a ticket gets a free dozen donuts.
No, tell them the truth. You had a ticket. You wanted 10 strikeouts. You got up in the morning and you went to Krispy Kreme.
I took my scorecard. I said, here, I was there. 1-1 pitch from Belisario to Kipnis. I don't remember. I think we were in Anaheim when they opened that Krispy Kreme donut shop. There was right by the hotel. It was like
out in the mall area.
You'd have thought
it was a drive-through, and there was a line forever.
You thought it was a Hollywood premiere where they were lined up. Media coverage.
Yeah.
Terry Francona has to be pleased with the way his club has responded in the first 2 games of the series after getting clobbered in Baltimore over the weekend. Kipnis is rung up. And he says, I don't know about that, Jim. Indians go in order. We go to the last of the 9th. It's 6-2 Indians. furniture. Aggressive approach at the plate for the Indians. Tell you what they've done tonight. They've used a long ball. They have bashed 3 home runs. Urcella's 3-run shot. Murphy's a 2-run. Kipnis got it started with a solo jack, and Danny Salazar was brilliant.
Yes,
he was really good, just like Cody Anderson last night.
Right, following suit. The good starts. The offense able to put it on the board. I like the long ball, and I like it with some guys on base.
Cody Allen making his 33rd appearance of the year. Not a save situation.
Due to get some work in.
Grady Sizemore 0 for 3 on the night. Just missed outside ball 1. Look at Elvis is here.
He's in the house. Yes, he is. Finally showed up. I wonder who left him the ticket.
Jerry Glanville.
Yeah,
here?
let's go look.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm going to head down to the Rays game tonight, and I'm going to wear my Elvis giddy up.
Why not?
2-0 pitch. Bullseye. Sends a fly ball to center field. Michael Bourne makes the catch, 1 away. Evan Longoria to the plate. Indians, they'll employ a 3-man shift on the left side for Longoria. Nice slider. Outside corner. A slurvy breaking ball that Cody Allen can throw. When he's got that pitch, can't be a lot of fun as a hitter.
No, it's not.
And he just froze him with a straight dart. 2 down.
Boy, you talk about a nice sequence by Allen to make this our Circle K strikeout. I mean, he goes out and dots the outside corner with that heater after a beautiful breaking ball.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much you can do. Take your walk back, tip your helmet, and say, nice pitch.
David DeJesus 0 for 3 on the night. Takes a fastball for strike 1. DeJesus 1 hit in his last 25 at bats. Down in the dirt, hit him. Oh, what happened? Did it hit him on the foot and then come up and hit him in the face?
Well, I don't know. It looked like it got him on the chin. So I don't know what it hit.
Watch this. I think it hits his foot. Or
Yeah.
did it just hit the dirt?
No, it came up, hit his leg, and then it hit him in the chin, I think, after it bounced in the dirt.
Number 11, Logan Forsythe.
Watch the shin. in the leg and right up into the face.
Oh.
Deflection. Yeah. Got a sore jaw.
Yeah, he'll probably feel that one for a while. Logan Forsythe, 0 for 2, walked and scored his last time up. De Jesus takes off down to second on indifference. There's that good breaking ball, but not called a strike. And a foul back to the screen. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the game. Tribe wins it by a final score of 6-2. Their first back-to-back wins in the month of June. And it comes on the final day of the month. But the offense once again carries the day thanks to the long ball. Great defense. And outstanding starting pitching once again. Home run balls by Jason Kipnis, Gio Urella, and David Murphy did the damage offensively. Danny Salazar went 7 2/3 and allowed 1 earned run. So the Indians have won the first 2 in this 4-game series. They go to 35 and 41. Tampa Bay drops to 42 and 37. Danny Salazar with the win is now 7 3. And the losing pitcher is Erasmo Ramirez. You talk about a tough luck loss. And he'll go to 6 3 on the year.
Well, a couple of nice starts, back-to-back games. They put 7 on the board yesterday, 6 today, and good things happen. You know, I like the long ball tonight. Doesn't come every day, but when you get with some on base, the young guys played a big part. Urella and Lindor, that was fun to watch. So, back-to-back wins. Good job.
So 6-2 is the final score, and we invite you to stay tuned for Indians Live, presented by Conrad's, coming up next.